Hey everyone, it's Julie. So, quick video for you today. I'm just kind of going with the flow this week. I'm still a little bit under the weather, so if I'm inspired, I vlog, and if I'm not, I don't. Um, so I just had a conversation with my mom, and we were talking about just the differences between generations and how my generation is so focused on living a purposeful life that's filled with passion, and we don't want to do things that we don't love and things like that. And I kind of was expressing to her how I've gotten to that place, and quite frankly, it's because our my generation's life as children was so fast paced. Whether it was we had to do a million activities or we had to have all these extracurriculars to get into college, like we had such a high expectation as children versus other generations a lot of the times where things, just because of technology, were so much slower, and you had more family time and you had more connection time. And as a child, like, my family was always all over the place. Like, I don't remember in the last few years when my brother even lived at home that we were all having meals together, because society just pushed us to constantly be doing. And it really affected me as a kid and led me down this path of perfectionism and led me down this path of burning out by at the time I was 21, 22, and completely getting a different perspective on my life to the point where it's like, no, I can't do that anymore. I need to be true to myself, and I need to live this life, because things in the past that I did when I was pushing so hard really jeopardized it. And then it brought up the fact that my mom was kind of like just curious of why I felt that way so much as a child. And it's like something that I heard on a podcast, it was on one of Maddie Moon's podcasts a while ago, and really stuck with me, is that it's not necessarily like, it's not like it was my parents' fault that I felt that way. And it's not like it was anyone's fault that I felt that way. It's just the fact that certain situations affect people in different ways. And it it might seem so minuscule to someone else, but it doesn't mean that the other person doesn't react to it one day. And the biggest point, is that you have every right to feel your feelings. They are yours. And you feel that way because something affects you a certain way. And you have every right to feel that, because that is your emotion, that is your truth, that is your experience. And so, just because it doesn't make sense to someone else doesn't mean that you don't have the right to feel that way. And so I just think that if we can all kind of embrace that we all think differently, but we all have the right to feel a certain way, to react a certain way to situations. And of course, things get questionable when it comes to harming people and things like that. So I'm not going to really touch that. But it's just something to kind of practice, in that I have to practice, that it's like, no means have I mastered this, but just to practice just respecting that in other people and giving them that space, and that I might not get it, I might not be there, but you feel that, and you're entitled to feeling that way. And it kind of just helps accept things more, and I'm not over analyzing, like, all these things happened in my childhood and this is what made me feel that way and it's their fault. It's like, no, it's nobody's fault, but it just, the situation, I reacted that way, and I was a very sensitive child in a world that didn't really value sensitivity. So that's why some things happened. But yeah, really quick video today, just like a thought. I think one of the next ones, we're going to keep going in the spiritual laws of success, get into the law of intention and desire. So I'll hit you up with that. But yeah, have a great day, everybody.